Alright, so here we go. I'm going to do a tier list here for the Plants and the Post Plants vs. Zombies game. I think this will just be a normal tier list based on how good they are. It's not too many plants here, so this won't take too long. First, we've got Blovo, which is pretty good, but it costs like 100 sun. Blows away balloon zombies, and the fog. It's it's not too useful really. You can just use the cactus to get rid of the balloons, and you can just play with the fog. It's not really that bad if you know what you're doing. So I'll give it a C tier actually. Catapult plant actually in I guess a B tier. You don't unlock the melon part until the end of the roof level area. And so this guy is basically the only thing you have to use on the roof for a while. You can kind of use these if you do it right, but he's pretty necessary, I guess. Melon Pot is obviously S tier, a lot of damage. Has like an area of effect. Maybe A tier actually. A tier because we'll just go ahead and say this is obviously S tier. This guy's a B tier. You need him to get rid of the balloons, but other than that, he doesn't do much. This thing is okay. Don't really use it. C tier. This is an S tier, obviously. Destroy these, kill zombies, all of them within a like 3x3 area. Very good. This is like a B tier. I don't use it much. It's not bad, but you know, this is like a this thing is so expensive. I don't remember how much its cooldown is. I think it takes a while, but either way, it's not really worth using. This is pretty good. I'll give it a B tier. You can use mushrooms during the day. Just use it on the magnet shroom. That's about it. Nothing else really. This is A tier. I would give it an S tier, but it's a mushroom. You can only use it at night. Without this, of course. Now this, it doesn't do anything, but the roof levels are unplayable without it, so honestly S tier. This thing is like an A tier, I'd say. 75 cost, shoots everything that's in front of it, goes through zombies, screen doors. You can only use it at night, so actually I'll give it a B tier. This here isn't too useful. I never use it. I'll give that a C tier. This thing is pretty good. It's expensive, but it does a lot of damage, so I'll give it an A tier. This is useless, really. I never use it. This thing, it pulls in coins. It's an upgrade of the magnet shroom. I don't even remember if it still pulls in. I think it can be used. Does it wake up the magnet shroom? I never used it, so I don't remember. I'll give it a C tier, really. This thing's really good. I like it. It gets rid of graves, which a B tier actually, because graves are only at night, really. This thing's pretty good. Only usable during night though. This thing only you can use. It's good, but yeah, it's good, but maybe even S tier. But yeah, you can only use it at night. Imitator is really good. I think. A tier. This thing is pretty much I don't use it too much, but it's really good. This is like a C B tier. It can freeze zombies for a bit, but it's random and it does less damage than this. A tier. No, we'll give that B tier. Lily pad again. You need it. You basically. Well, it's not as good as that because you can kind of play without it to some extent at least. Magnet shroom is S tier. This thing, D tier, it just makes coins. It doesn't actually help you win the level at all. This thing is like C tier. It gets rid of the fog, but you don't even need to get rid of the fog. You can just play with it. It's not that big of a deal. You don't really need to see the half the lawn all that much. This is an S tier. I never start a level without it. It gives you a good time to get good sunflowers going. It's really, really good. This thing is like, if only you could use it during the day. This thing is like a B tier. Yeah, this thing is S tier. This is pretty good on the night levels, but I'll put it here. Let's put the, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Okay. Put the night ones next to each other. Yeah, okay, there we go. This thing is a only on the water levels, but it's pretty good for the water levels. I'll give it a B tier actually. This thing is like an A tier. This it's cool. I never use it. It's not worth it. It's just not worth using at all. This thing I'll give a C tier. I don't really use it. It's decent. You don't need it to destroy the vehicles or whatever. You can just do a lot of damage, which I always do. This thing is pretty much useless. It only has one purpose, and that's to kill the miners, really. So I'll give it a C too. The squash, S tier. Very good at getting rid of gargantuars, especially. This thing's a D tier. It sucks. This is like a S tier. Well, it's only at night, so I'll give it an A tier. Then the sunflower will get an S tier. I mean, it's the most important plant in the game, really. Walnut, I'll give it A tier. And walnut will get a B tier. I like the walnut a lot, personally. This thing kills things, but it's only on the water levels. And I don't even use it, really, so C tier. This thing's like A tier. This is also an A, well, maybe a B tier actually. It's pretty good, but I mean, you could have a row of these, or just have another row of like repeaters or threepeaters, and it won't be a big difference. This is an S tier. It's just double sun production. It's long cooldown sucks, but it's very good. This is a D tier. This sucks. It's just not necessary. With that, I think that's a pretty good list right there. I think that's pretty accurate. I think those different opinions. This thing here could go up. I don't remember exactly how it does. It's probably just not worth using, really. But yeah, this thing's too expensive. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think I'm happy with this. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll go ahead and say that's my list. And yeah, that's about it. See you later.